1 Jack Crevalle, 2 Jack Crevalle.
I was right.
All right, double header, whoa!
For the sport of fishing, it's so important to get the young people involved, you know, and part of having fun fishing is bending the rod. Like, the rod needs to be bent for young kids.
It was a great day, man. We started off with the small fish, moved up to the medium fish, and then we moved on to the bigger fish, and the kids had a blast. There he's jumping, real.
No!
Tip high.
No, he's still on.
He's jumping some more, tip high.
Oh, that spin!
Oh! Yeah! Come on, oh! He ate it, he ate it, he ate it. Nice, baby, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought you said you had to... got him, relax. Oh, dude, he just ripped my boat off. Oh! Awesome, look at that big boy. Woo!
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
Untie the bow, Dad, from the dock.
Yeah, we got everything?
I guess.
Got a lot of stuff. Got to be able to catch something with all this stuff. You guys got anything you want to catch today? What about you, Reed?
A fish.
A fish, a saltwater fish.
Yes.
I can almost guarantee we'll catch a saltwater fish.
Okay.
All right. Well, the weather's looking better by the minute. All right.
What are we gonna do today?
I think we'll maybe just, you know, while the wind's still blowing, maybe just go right up to the front of the head pins and try to catch something, and then
Pretty good spot. A lot of species there.
and then maybe
Let's have a species contest.
big
No,
big
it's-
front hatch, big one.
How many species can we catch? And what's the most species you've ever caught in one day?
What do you think?
3, 4?
I'd say more than that. Well,
We
let's
go
see.
down to this little spot. I bet you we can catch a couple more than that. There's all kinds of stuff down there. Well, I'm psyched. Let's do it.
Okay.
Awesome day to get to take both my boys fishing out there, and you know, do it this time of year during the winter when there's just so many different options for us.
Yeah, it's always fun to take the kids fishing, you know, and that's something that's really important to both of us. You know, I got 3 kids, you got 2 kids, and they've all grown up fishing. Not only is it the best time that you ever spend with your kids, but for the sport of fishing, it's so important to get the young people involved, you know, and part of having fun fishing is bending the rod. Like, the rod needs to be bent for young kids. And as they grow up, their attention span gets a little bit longer, their skills get a little better, and they can handle different type of situations.
We had a great day. I mean, you know, it was a little windy in the morning. You know, we were looking at different options, and yeah, the first thing that came to mind is that spot right at the beginning of the Duck Key there. You know, and there's fish. I mean, you don't have to go far.
Well, that is the craziest spot. Every time that we end up fishing that spot, I am more and more impressed with it, because all kinds of little jacks, little mutton snappers, and the fish are small for their species, but it's just constant action. It's the perfect place to get your kids started for the day.
It was a great place to start out, you know. And the way we had originally found that spot is we're showing people on the bottom machine. You know, we're giving demos to some of these guys, and we're idling out there. We're showing them the different, you know, the bottom machine, the structure scan 3D, and the sonar.
You're showing how you can move it like a video game and watch the boat go over, and seeing those fish on the sides of the channels. We can actually mark them, and then that waypoint is exactly where those fish were. It's the craziest thing.
It was cool, and sure enough, when we got to that one area, there they were. We were marking them on the bottom. And I said, you know, all right, let's put the trolling motor down. We anchored it on the trolling motor, and they started catching.
11, 12, 13.
13 seconds.
15,
It only took
Look at that!
13
Tom's
seconds.
got the first fish.
17.
It only took 13
That's a good
seconds.
fish.
A drag puller. Oh, it took 17 seconds.
Wow, Reed's got one too. Looked like you got a pretty good fish there, Tom.
Yes, sir. Anything that bends the rod is a good fish in my book.
Keep him out of the trolling motor, Reedster.
Yes, sir. Whee!
I give anybody a sip of Gatorade if they can tell me
Jack.
what this fish is before they see it.
I'm guessing it's a jack.
Jack? What kind of jack?
I'm gonna go.
Crevalle.
I'm gonna go.
Jack Crevalle?
Yellow Jack.
Yellow Jack? Reed, we need a forecast. What do you got?
Bring
Yeah,
him
he's got a
around.
jack Crevalle.
Bring him around the trolling motor.
There's 1 Jack Crevalle,
Reel down. Bring him around.
2 Jack Crevalle.
I was right.
All right, double
Oh,
header.
sorry.
Whoa!
Missed the leader.
Shark bait.
All right, lift him up.
Whee! Nice.
Okay, there's 1 species. You know, in getting my kids to fish and learn how to fish and really appreciate fishing, you know, a kid needs the rod to be bent, and they need some kind of a goal. They need some kind of a game to play. And I know the kind of fish that are there, so I propose to Reed first. How many species do you think we could catch today? And every fish, you're hoping for something different, right? And what that does is allow them to see the subtle differences in these species. They're becoming a better fisherman, but they're also becoming basically a little amateur biologist out there.
Oh, snapper.
Oh, different one.
Snapper.
What kind? What kind?
Mutton.
Mutton.
Little
You're on
mutton.
it, man.
You get a mutton?
Yeah, little mutton.
Nice.
You are on it.
4 species.
4. How do you tell it's a mutton?
The big spot.
And it's
They
red.
got those orange fins too, right?
He's small, that's for sure. Yeah, can I have the de-hooker?
Yes, you may.
Oh, you go.
I did right there when I switched hands. I was lucky I held on to the rod.
Yeah.
And I got his twin brother. Hello. And on a day like today, blowing like this, I'm happy to bend the rod with any size, any species.
Isn't this amazing, boys? Right here close to the dock. All these different species. There he's jumping, real.
No!
Tip high.
No, he's still
got
on.
him. He's jumping some more, tip high.
Oh, that spin!
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Hawks Cay, the only key you'll need. By Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. By Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate. Motor Guide, accuracy matters. And by Plano, Buff, St. Croix Rods, and Quantum.
I have something different. Woo-hoo!
That
Number
ain't no-
5.
That ain't no people.
Mangrove?
Number 5. What is that one called?
Mangrove snapper.
Mangrove. What's the other name for him?
That's a trick question there.
Red eyes.
Nope.
Brown,
Almost a color.
gray.
Gray snapper. Number 5. As you get these kids started and you're like, oh, we got 3 species, and then they catch another one. Oh, 4, we got 4 now. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a grunt. Okay. So I proposed that we would do this for your kids, and you know what? They took to it.
They
were
loved
like-
it.
They were like, yeah, another species. And we'd be like, okay, we got Jack Crevalle, horse-eyed Jack, yellow Jack, we got snapper. And so you just, what you don't realize that's happening is they are really learning a tremendous amount about these different fish, and not only about just fishing, but it's like, okay, well, we caught the yellow Jack on shrimp. Yellow Jack like shrimp. They're shrimp eaters. And so you start getting all of their habits, you start getting the way they can identify them.
Yeah. The other part of doing that is it was a cool goal because it was a team goal, as opposed to the kids competing against you. Oh, I got the biggest one.
You're on the back and you catch something. I got something new here. And man, those kids get more and more excited about learning. It's like, oh, I learned this and I caught more fish. It's like an immediate gratification that they've learned something, now they can apply it. There he is, he's already on there. Didn't even make it to the
Jewfish.
bottom.
Whoa. Whoa. Maybe.
That guy's gonna take you in. No way. You're not letting him take you in.
He's a fighter.
He is
What
a
do you got,
fighter.
Reed?
Goliath.
I got a glass. Maybe a little one.
All right.
This is a fighter.
Man, you're having a hard time with him.
Maybe
There
you
he
got a
is.
rock.
What is that? Ah, nice.
Big blue.
Big blue.
Well, we'll see if we can turn him into something bigger.
Yeah.
You can also overdo it, right? Like you can also take that too far, and if we had only stayed down there, then they start getting bored. They start
I
getting
mean,
tired.
it was perfect. I mean, I remember, you know, we started out the day there, spent like an hour, caught all these, I think, 8 different species there, and then, you know, the wind had started to die down a little bit. Figured we'd run out in the bay, and we were able to run out there to the mackerel grounds about 10 miles out, and in a whole different ecosystem. I mean, now we're in a spot where we could probably catch 10 different species out there.
This will be the spot right here.
Okay.
Looks good.
Let me get the trolling motor.
Yep.
Okay.
Water's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Current's
Very
starting-
nice and clear.
Starting
We
to
could
flow
probably
good.
sight cast them.
I think a lot of people make a mistake. They're trying to get their kids to catch a tarpon or catch a permit or try to do something that they like to do.
They would want to do. That's the
Yeah.
key. You're right.
And
what would the kids most want to do? And I mean, we ask them a lot. You know, oh, I want to catch this or that. You know, but the real answer is, you know, they want to catch something. And you know, we caught all the different variety at the first spot. And then when we ran out to the second spot out in the mackerel ground, the mackerel are something that my kids, we got them to do it a few times, but they hadn't really hit it really good. And that was a perfect day, man. We got out there, the water was clear, and the fish were biting.
Oh, oh, oh!
there you go, Reed.
There you go, that's the right one.
Mackerel.
That's the right sound.
That's a good one, Reed.
That's
Oh, yeah.
a good looking mackerel.
Right one.
Watch
Is
your rod,
that
Austin.
9 species?
9 species.
Good job.
Yum.
It's a nice mackerel.
Actually, we have 10 species. Also caught 2 pinfish.
2 pinfish.
That's right. We're already at 10. That mackerel fishing was so good when we got out there. You know, they started to show up, and it was kind of slow at first, but then once they showed up, you know, all of a sudden schools of them were coming up, and they were hitting on those jigs, these little blue and white jigs, and the kids were just having a ball. This was you know, you could see the progression where it used to be they just, you know, kind of drift a bait out or something, but they were enjoying casting that jig, working it on their own.
Reed, you got their number up there, buddy.
He's got that jig you showed him with. What a nice one.
Sweet.
All right.
There he
That's
is.
the biggest one yet.
That's a
That
nice
is
looking
definitely the
one.
biggest one yet.
Whew.
Nice
I
read.
like watching from up here. You can see them coming. You got a big old
Ooh.
bunch of salad on there too, which makes him feel even bigger.
Reed likes a little salad with his meat.
It's coming off
Awesome.
now. Now you got him.
Awesome.
Ooh, see those pinfish scatter when that mackerel came in?
That's a nice looking one, Reed.
Woo.
Good job, buddy. You got that jig working just right up there.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Thank you.
Good work.
Whew. It's a nice one.
Mackerel murderer, we're gonna call you. That could be your tennis name.
The mackerel murder.
Reed, the mackerel murderer. Tudor, please report to court 1.
That doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Slow down,
Oh,
slow down. It
never
doesn't
mind.
count. It doesn't count, huh?
Never
It
mind.
doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Now, Reed, you're gonna probably get a
Whoa.
fall on his. Now they're excited. Good job, buddy. You're a little tired.
And since that one didn't count, I get to catch another one.
All ones after. Got 'em.
Double header.
And the mackerel, 1 more species, right? And the other thing that happens out there is that as soon as you put the chum in the water, here comes another species, pinfish. Pinfish galore come up to that chum bag, and so much and so many that Austin is able to scoop them up with a bait net.
He thought that was the greatest thing
Right,
ever. I mean,
probably the highlight of the day.
he just sat there with his little bait net and waited for him to come up, and he was determined he was going to get one. He
Yeah.
finally got a couple of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's another piece of advice that I give to a lot of people is you may think that's a waste of time. You know, while you're trying to scoop up those pinfish, you're not getting a mackerel. Well, you know what? He doesn't even care. What he likes is, you know, scooping up those pinfish, or at least trying to. And as a parent that's trying to instill the appreciation of fishing and just have an overall great day with the kid, if he wants to scoop up pinfish, let him scoop up pinfish. If he wants to play in the bait well, let him play in the bait well. Eventually, he's gonna come around, pick up that rod, start fishing, and that's great. And even if they don't, that's great. You're still having a great day on the boat with your child, and you know, I'm sure that you would agree, some of the best times that I've certainly had with any of my children have been when we're
Absolutely.
alone on the boat.
Touches the dorsal fin. Look how it goes down.
Like a tuna, kind of.
Yep. Like a bullet. See it? Ooh.
Just awesome.
They got it all down, they figured it out, and by the time we had caught the pinfish and the mackerel, we were up to 10 species. I think we decided that we were gonna take one of those species and we were gonna try to do a magic trick and turn it into another one. We were gonna turn that into a black-tip shark.
Abracadabra, and we kept a couple of the mackerel for bait and chum, and kept a few for dinner because the kids do like to eat them. we ran, you know, in closer to shore, which is nice. You know, some of our best shark fishing is just a couple miles into the bay, and these shallow banks, just beautiful area. It's calm. You know, just gorgeous sunlight running down those banks, and you can see these sharks just as soon as we pulled up. And we put out that chum, put out a couple mackerel there. That scent's going out with that good outgoing current, and it did not take long for the sharks to show up.
Oh, there he is! You got him. Good job, dude.
He came up right to the surf and ate it.
2 more coming in.
Nice job, buddy.
Two more
Pull
coming
some
in.
line, boy.
That was a cool bite. We got him coming now. Look at them all frenzied up on top. They're happy. Happy sharks.
Reed, definitely, he was perfectly happy. Those smaller sharp-nosed sharks came in there, and they were, you know, just coming right into the chum with their dorsal fin out of the water, and you know, he must have caught 2 or 3 of those, just you know,
Super happy about it.
Perfect size for him, you know, to where it was a really good fight, but he could handle those, you know, pretty easily. You know, running around the boat, just a blast. I mean, that was a perfect match.
There you go. You get more leverage when it's closer to him. Good. Okay. Good. You got him. Low to the right. Low to the right. There you go. Keep him coming. Keep him coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's time to go, buddy boy.
Hand me that leader. Bring the tip right to me. Awesome.
Getting bigger. Getting bigger, aren't they?
Oh, hey, Dad, this is a good-looking shark right here.
Catch him.
Passed it.
I'm gonna pull him up for you, Reed. Look at that.
Step back here with you.
Look at that, buddy.
Watch this, Dad.
What do you think? All right.
You let him go.
Yeah, we'll take
See ya, Buster.
hook out
Buster?
there.
Buster.
Buster.
Good name.
Nose.
See ya, Buster.
Buster!
See you,
It's a
buddy.
good one.
Bye,
job,
bye,
Knuckle Boy.
Buster.
Perfect size for that rod.
Perfect size for
Perfect
that
size
kid.
for that kid.
So I'm here with my brand new bay boat, and got it rigged up this year with these HDS carbon units. One of the things I love about it is, as you can see, my dash is totally clean. I've got all the information I need at my fingertips on these units. It's connected to the Mercury Vessel View link. Click on this information. I've got all my dash information. Any gauges I could want, I could put on here. I've got fuel level. I've got engine RPMs. I've even got my oil percentage, you know, so I can know when to change my oil. There's Vessel View control here, and I can do troll control. I can do smart tow. It allows me to set engine RPMs any which way I want. Say I'm gonna pull my kids on the wakeboard. I can set a profile so that I can put the hammer down as far as I want, but the boat will go up at the perfect RPMs, nice and slow, and get to that perfect speed right where we want to wakeboard. I can set the same thing on trolling. If I want to troll live bait going really slow, well, the throttle itself might not position me just where I want to be RPM wise, but with this I can set it any way I want, and we control at that perfect speed. So this is an incredible setup. I've got my Mercury Vessel View connected to my Lowrance HDS carbon unit. It's got everything I need at my fingertips.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you in part by Yeti, built for the wild. Mercury Marine, go boldly. Hook, performance fishing. Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. And by Costa, Power Pole, Ameritrail, B&W Trailer Hitches, and Live Water Sports.
Hey, you want to see more saltwater experience? Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and don't forget to check us out on Waypoint TV. You can watch full-length episodes anytime. Look at this beautiful black tip, man. He's gonna turn around. He's about to eat yours. Let him eat it. Let him eat it.
He
Let him
ate
eat
it.
it. Let him eat
He
it.
ate it.
No rush. Tip up high. Jam it in.
All right.
That's a nice black tip. All right, hold on to him.
Well, those big black tips, I gotta say, those are certainly my favorite shark, and they've got to be one of the strongest, fastest fish pound for pound in the ocean. And when you get them over 50 pounds, you know, they're hard to land because
Yeah.
not only do they take a blistering run, but they jump, and that's what happened.
do this.
Oh, there he's jumping.
all the time.
There he's jumping. Real.
No!
Tip high.
No, he's still on.
He's jumping some more. Tip high.
Very cool.
Oh,
Tip high,
that's
tip high, tip
Finn.
high.
Those are some awesome jumps.
And this thing kept jumping. I mean, that was really cool. That was as cool as any tarpon, jumping, coming back at the boat, splashing, just going crazy. And somehow it stayed on the line. He's gonna jump some more, jumping more.
And that is awesome. That is a great fish.
No, you don't like chase
Look at him jumping again.
You know, we had to do the full-on experience. We have to pick up the power poles and actually chase after him, put Austin on the bow, move around after that shark, and luckily, you know, that one stays buttoned up. We get it to the boat, and just what a great experience for really all of us. I mean, there were so many things that happened during that day. Kids learned a tremendous amount about fish identification, what they eat, where they are, how to catch them. They took many steps towards being a better angler, and of course many steps towards just learning these small lessons. He's not done.
Careful.
He's gonna probably take off again. He's got a lot left in him.
Nice.
Oh, babe.
What do you think, Austin?
Good job, man.
I'm tired.
Awesome.
It was a great day, man. We started off with the small fish, moved up to the medium fish, and then we moved on to the bigger fish. And you know, really, I think we ended up with 13 different species, a baker's dozen, and the kids had a blast, and just an awesome day on the water. Boy, that is probably the strongest shark pound for pound there is, and he gave you everything he was worth. Give him a good touch, and then we'll let him go.
That's why I love catching those black tips.
Good job. You guys are gonna sleep good tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Look at them teeth.
So is that black tip. With his eyes open.
See you, buddy.
Yeah,
love
sleep with
catching
his
those.
eyes.
He goes nicely.
That's good
Good work.
stuff, man.